Hello, lovely souls. Welcome to Ascended Consciousness Healing. I am bringing this message to you today because I don't actually have a channeled message, but I do have a message about what epiphany that I have had over the last 48 hours. So, interestingly enough, remember my last video. So, if you're new to this channel, please go and watch the videos on my playlist. They are all about the twin flame journey, kind of starting from what it's like at the beginning, going all the way towards the middle, and now we're nearing union, so I have a couple of videos about that and what that's like. And in the last video I talked about how you get dragged into these cycles. So remember when I talked about how you're ascending. When you're ascending, it's not linear. You circle circles like a spiral up into a layer, and then when you hit the layer, you start spinning around up there until you break free into the atmosphere. But there is that peace that comes when you're aligning with your soul, that ascension, you're aligning with your soul. There's a peace and a blissful feeling. And then, of course, then you get some triggers back that will bring you into the layer or makes you feel like you're coming out of the bliss, right? And then, but what I've realized is that every time I've come down a little bit into these sort of lower moments, it actually then pushes me back up into a higher ascended state. It's incredible. And so over the last 48 hours, must be the new moon energy, I was triggered heavily over the weekend. And I was like, it was bizarre. I was even, texting one of my friends about how I can't believe I'm in this darker state right now. But then literally it transformed overnight. And in the morning, I woke up with a total epiphany. And now it's incredible. So I wanted to bring this message to you guys who are on this twin flame journey. And oh my gosh, like I wish I figured this out months ago somehow, but I guess, you have to go through, it's a process. This is all a process. You can't rush anything, obviously. And I don't think you can speed your way through this, no matter who you are. So I think your soul will do what needs to be done to help you get to where you need to be. So just understand that and be patient with yourself. But I'm hoping that this message will actually help people wrap their heads around what it is that they need to do to break free from this state of yearning or pain, I guess, if it's like that. You're thinking about wanting to be with your twin, right? And you're feeling like this yearning for that person, right? So, but each time I was in my state of bliss, that would disappear a little bit, okay? But then the trigger would come because the person would come in with communication, right? And then, of course, as soon as that happens, all of a sudden I feel like I'm yearning for them again, right? And then I'm sent back into that state all over again. But each time I go in, and then each time I come out even more aligned with my soul. So this is a process, obviously. It's a process. So you need to trust that process, first of all. And the other thing that I've come to an epiphany with is when you come into the state of bliss, or when you're in alignment with yourself, which how to do that is really just being in a state of being. So, think of meditation, but even more so, it's literally dropping out of your mind. Think about dropping out of your mind and moving your energy or state of being into your heart zone, your center chakra in the heart area. Okay, that's where you need to go. And you need to slowly calm your mind down to the point where there is no thoughts. Okay, I know it's difficult, but you will get there eventually. This is like, I feel like I've learned to drive a car over the last few months. It's like learning to drive a car for the first time. But once you start to get the hang of it, you get it. Okay? So dropping into your heart zone is where you need to go. Closing and slowing down the thoughts. Okay? Now, when you're there, you will feel thoughts come that create a feeling of fear. Okay? That's what you need to pay attention to. That is exactly what you need to pay attention to. As soon as you feel a thought like that, you need to pull back your energy, recognize the thought you just had, but let it go in a sense that you basically tell, because that fear-based thought is your ego, okay? And you need to just look at it, understand what it's saying, but then let it go and realize that you can trust your soul, okay? You can trust your soul. It's insane. So once you get to that state where you're able to observe yourself enough that you're like almost a navigator. Whenever these feelings come, you can immediately recognize them and put them to rest. And the more you do this, the more you can suppress those feelings, and the more you can actually control this state of bliss, okay? Now this is incredible because for the first time in all these months, I can say that I have actually let go completely of the obsessive thinking. And one of the other things that I noticed in this state, I was able to realize that I love this person so deeply with full unconditional love, no matter what this person has done, said, did, or whatever is doing on the 3D. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. And I'm able to just accept that this is the case. I love this person from the depths of my soul. It is what it is. And I feel completely free from wanting anything in return or wanting him to love me back. It's unbelievable. This is the epiphany. And guess what? In this new state, our communication is increasing, okay? And friendship is being formed, all right? So now, what I need to say to everyone who's going through this This is exactly what my union channeled message is talking about. So if you go back to the playlist, there's a couple of videos on the union channeled message, and one of them was talking about how this is like a plane ascending from the 5th dimension to the 3rd dimension, and you have to slowly navigate it down, okay? Remember how it said that the masculine was the pilot, the physical pilot on the 3D, and the feminine is the navigator, okay? So you're the energetic pilot, basically. So now you have to use that feeling of fear that comes as your compass, in a sense. Fear and bliss, right? As soon as you fear fear, you move back to bliss. Stay in bliss as much as you can. When you get the fear, you're going off course, then you need to push it back into bliss. And that's by being mindful of every moment, mindful of yourself, focused on yourself. And I'll tell you, you know what happened? It's incredible. The obsessive thinking is gone. I don't even know what to do with my life anymore. In a sense, I have all this time. I'm not thinking about this anymore. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, right? This person is your soul. And if you want to be with your soul, they will align with you and you will align with them. But you need to turn off the fear-based energy, basically. You need to turn that off and fully trust in your soul. It's almost like it's instinctive. So I think what's happening is that everyone who has been fighting this journey is staying in their head. And it's clear to me now that you can't do that. You have to move out of your head completely. I tell you guys, every single time I've moved out of my head completely and came into a state of complete bliss, controlled my thoughts to the point where I have no thoughts, literally, calmed my mind down completely, and basically sunk myself into my heart. Okay? As soon as you get to there, when you move out of your head and sink your beingness into your heart space, it's kind of a space where you need to go in your body. Well, I tell you, you know what? It's expansive, number one. Number two, it feels fantastic. I feel like I'm high, like on drugs or something all day long. And it's exactly what all these ascended masters talk about. It's truly the space where you are free of suffering because you are living in a state of being in the present moment, and you're aligned with yourself, and there the expansion begins. And now I realize I have so much more time on my hands now. I don't have to think about this journey as much anymore. I mean, you always have to be mindful, but the journey has now just begun, basically. This is just part of the journey. Being getting the twin, that's just part of the journey. This is just the beginning of it. There's so much more that's going to happen. And that's the thing is, guys, you guys have to get excited about the journey itself. It's incredible. So, and I'm just like so excited because in this new state, I can concentrate on totally all these other things. You know, focusing on building this channel, focusing on helping others, focusing on doing things that make me feel good and just enjoying every moment. So I hope you guys resonate with this message. If you need help getting there, please contact me by email. I can definitely walk you through this. It's actually, now that I've gone through it, it's so simple, but yet so hard at the same time. It's like you're in a fun house with a glass cave or a glass mirrored walls, and while you're thumping your way through, you don't see it. But yet the truth is right there in front of your face. It's right there in front of your nose. And all you have to do is drop down into your heart space and pay attention to the state of bliss. And then when the fear comes up, you'll feel it. There's little energy, like almost like a fire energy that comes up when you're hearing or feeling something, thinking something that's against your soul, basically against your inner being, right? Something that's not true to you. As soon as you feel that sort of fire that comes up when you think something, that is your compass. You just thought something that's against your being. Well, then you need to then look at it, dismiss it, let it go, think the opposite if you want to actually manifest the opposite, right? Think the opposite, go into your heart space and just be in a state of trusting your soul. Just trust your soul. It knows exactly what to do. It knows exactly what to do. This is incredible. I can't believe this journey is just incredible. It literally is incredible, and that this journey is purely about understanding how to come to a state of unconditional love. It is literally incredible. Not only that, unconditional love and expansion. I think this is just beginning. Ascended consciousness healing. That's exactly why I named this channel that. Because this is just the beginning. Right? The twin flame part is just a small part to help you get there, to help you get to the point where you're able to understand ascension. And this is just a small part of ascension. I think we're all going to learn so much more about what this is. So, yeah, I just wanted to give this message to all of you out there who are in the same cycle as I am, nearing union or feeling the in and out of their divine masculine. Don't be afraid of that, okay? Because that is actually, it's instinctual. Think about it. It's absolutely instinctual what's happening here. The in and out is designed to help you find out whether or not you've balanced your energies or not, okay? And the more you accept when they come in, be in a place of gratitude, okay? Accept it, take what came, but then don't focus on it, okay? Focus on what you're feeling and dismiss all those bubbling up fires that come up. And the more you do that, you'll balance your energy, okay? And you'll have another communication again. It's not easy, okay? But once you get to the point where you feel like you're in control now, like I think all of us were in a state where you are sort of flying a plane and you have no idea how to fly it, right? We were just kind of like flying around all over the place, bumping here, bumping there, don't know what we're doing, right? So now I actually feel like I know how to drive this plane now, okay? And I know what he's doing and I know what I'm doing, okay? It's instinctual. This is very instinctual. The two souls are one, so they're going to come back together instinctively. What needs to happen is you need to trust what's happening, period. Also, being aware helps the process. Being aware of what's going on energetically with you helps the process because you can actually clear that. Now, I had obviously, I'm a star seed, so I had some universal assistance last night to get to where I am right now, and it's incredible. All right. So it is incredible. All right. And now it all makes sense. And in this new state of mind, everything makes sense. Not only what the epiphanies are, but everything I've been to or been through in my life up until this point in time. It all makes sense now. All of it makes sense. Incredible. So, beloved souls, this is an incredible journey. Please embrace it because it is something else. I know it's tough. I know it's painful at times. But let me tell you, when you get to where I'm at right now, and I hope you do soon, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And if you need help to get there, please email me, contact me, or comment below this message, and I will help work with you to get you there. All right? Well, I'll have another message for you guys soon, but for now, take care.